Hi, I'm Juliette Hawk, and you are watching the Permanent Rain Press.
Hi everyone, it's Chloe with the Permanent Rain Press. Today I am so happy to be joined by Juliette Hawk. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. I know you're in New York right now. It's Tribeca Festival for the world premiere of Every Year After on Monday. How are you feeling about that?
I'm super excited. I've never been to New York before, and I've always wanted to go, so this is super cool. And I've also never been to a premiere, so first time as well. So yeah, I'm super excited.
Here's a perfect opportunity for it's like two birds with one stone kind of situation. So I hope you get to explore a bit this weekend before Monday. And of course, super excited to talk about the show. But before we get into the new project, what can you share about your love for performing and when you knew you wanted to have a career in the arts?
Yeah, well, ever since I was little, I loved to sing actually. So singing was definitely like my number one thing. I loved writing music, from even when I was like 6 years old. And my grandma was actually my singing teacher as well when I was younger. So I always kind of grew up around musical stuff. And I was definitely shy though, so I never really saw myself acting really when I was younger. And then my dad works in the film industry, so I kind of just all of a sudden got into it once I got a bit older. And yeah, it's super fun. I mean, I love doing it. I feel like I've gotten so much more confident now with acting as well, and it's a really cool thing that not a lot of people get the opportunity to do. So I think it's really cool that I get to do it. And yeah, I'm really thankful for it.
It's so nice to find something that really brings you joy and you have that curiosity. Can you share some of your favorite childhood memories, like what it was like being exposed to music and dance from a very young age?
Yeah, so like I said, my grandma was my singing teacher when I was younger, so I was always singing with her, and my mom also sings because that's her mom. So we were always singing together. And yeah, I also started dancing when I was 2, so I've been dancing for a very long time. This is my senior year, so I'm definitely a little sad about it. But yeah, I love being on stage. I love performing. I'm going to my first Broadway show today, so I'm excited to kind of see that side of performing. And yeah, I feel like I always just kind of grew up in this kind of um, like musical performance based life. So it's kind of like perfect that I got into acting and yeah.
It's always nice to be surrounded by that creativity. Can I ask which Broadway show you'll be going to?
Yeah, I'm going to the Lost Boys. It's a newer one. It's because the Tonys are tomorrow, so it's nominated for a lot of Tonys. So me and my mom thought that we would go to that one and see what it's like.
Well, that's nice to be able to do together. And you mentioned your dad in the industry. I know he's a cinematographer, camera operator. So do you remember him being on set when you were young and always being interested in where he was going and what he was doing?
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of in it a lot before I was born, and then once me and my brother were born, he took a pause for a while, and then we moved to Kelowna when I was 8, and he kind of got back into it, and that's really when I started to see it more, and I got to go on set with him, and I always felt so cool being on set with him, and so yeah, I think I just it was really cool to see, and that kind of helped me get inspired to want to be an actor as well.
For sure. And you've worked on a number of films over the past 5 years on Hallmark, Great American Family, Lifetime. Which has been your favorite project to be a part of, and how would you say it left an impact on you?
I mean, yeah, I know, yeah, I've been in quite a few things. I mean, they've all left an impact on me because, my first movie, I was kind of learning how to even just be on set and what everything does, how everything works. So that was obviously just a cool thing to experience. I think one of the ones that I really enjoyed working on was actually just my indie film that's not out yet, Lumi. It was super fun to work on. I had never done an indie film before, and I was also the main character in that, so that was really cool. And it was a super hard movie to film because we filmed up north in Yellowknife in the Northwest Territory. So it was definitely cold, but it was really cool. And the crew was all amazing and so nice and everything. So yeah, it was that one was really fun for sure. And then I mean, I would also say every year after was obviously a super cool experience. It was the biggest thing that I've ever done, and the sets were huge. I had never filmed like in studios before, so that was really cool to get to like film on sets that they created and everything. And yeah, there were just so many people that were a part of it, and it was really cool to see everyone just work together. And yeah.
Well, we were going to talk about Lumi later on, but I'll mention it here because you brought it up. And like you said, your first kind of lead in a feature. I imagine you work really closely with your writer-director, Jen Walden. So can you tell me about that and, for the first time, kind of maybe being so involved in maybe some of these character decisions and then the day-to-day?
Yeah, well, yeah, me and Jen still keep in touch. I love her. She's so nice, and yeah, she wrote and directed it, so she definitely knew what she wanted with my character at least for sure. And yeah, it was really cool to be the main character. I mean, I was on almost every single day, so it was definitely different from what I had done before, but it was a cool experience and it was a learning experience for me, and especially being in the cold up north for a week. That was super cool because not all of the crew was up there, so it was a really tight-knit kind of crew, and everyone was just working super hard to do the 12-hour days and, get it done and make it look good. And so that was really cool. And yeah, she always had notes for me and what she wanted, and I always just, listened to her because this was her dream coming true. This was her story coming to life. So I definitely wanted to be able to bring to life the character. Well,
It's always so nice to kind of build a community because of that. And I'm very excited to see, is there anything that you can share about Lumi and, the plot and your characters? Is it all very under wraps still?
yeah, it's definitely very under wraps still. I'm definitely not sure what I can share. I mean, obviously it's going to be a really cool movie, and I'm really excited for people to see it. And yeah, I mean, just yeah, everyone behind the scenes put a lot of work into it. So I hope that that shows and everyone knows that yeah, there was a lot of love put into it. So
Well, I'm sure it was such a great challenge for you. And like you said before, learning experience. So I guess we'll stay tuned to your socials for
yeah.
when the release is coming for that one. How has it been for you balancing school and your acting projects?
Yeah, honestly, it hasn't been too bad for me. I usually just do school during either like the school blocks that they have for me on set, or I just do it any of the days that I'm not on set. And all my teachers are so understanding. I always let them know on the first day of class, like I do act, I might miss a couple of weeks or something, but I promise, I'll do all my work. And so I just get all my work and I just bring it with me and do it. And yeah, I mean, I have good grades, so it's been working out for me, so that's good.
And this is your last year
Mm.
of high school. Congratulations. Can I ask what your plans are after grad?
Yeah, yeah, so I'm graduating in 2 weeks, so I'm really excited. I think honestly, I do want to maybe move out to Vancouver, just because that's more so where a lot of the filming is. And yeah, I think honestly, I just want to keep pursuing acting and see how that works out, maybe some singing as well. Um, And yeah, I mean, I've definitely always been more like I wanted to be a singer when I was younger, and now I want to be an actor. So I never really had a plan to like go to school anyways when I was even a little kid. I am definitely interested in psychology though, so I might take like a course in psychology if that happens.
Yeah, t time could allow for it. Like, let's say you book some
Yeah.
acting projects, do like a class or two on the side. I feel like the world is your oyster, and Vancouver is a good hub for
Yeah.
that. So whatever you choose to do, I'm sure it will be great. And let's talk about, music. You have a beautiful voice. You post covers on social media. Tell me about your inspirations as an artist and wanting to write and create your own music.
Yeah, so I've been writing music since literally like 6 years old. I have my old diaries from when I was 6 with really weird lyrics, but yeah, I mean, when I was younger, obviously Taylor Swift has always been like my biggest inspiration, especially with lyrics and everything. I think her music is amazing. And just there's so many people, Olivia Rodrigo. So when I got to work with Matt, that was super cool since he had known her from High School Musical and Musical the series. So that was really cool crossover. And yeah, just like all the pop girls, I love writing pop songs and I love writing sad music as well. So I think I just, I write based on what I'm going through or how I feel. I definitely tend to write a lot of my music when I'm in a sadder mood. But yeah, there's so many people that inspire me and I love any kind of genre. So I hope that one day I'll get to just have fun with it and just write so many different songs and so many different genres and yeah.
Amazing. And I was looking at your TikTok. I think a couple of my favorite covers are the Conan Gray's The Cut That Always Bleeds, and then you did Thinking of You by Katy Perry. You play guitar and piano, so do you have a favorite between the two?
Honestly, well, I took guitar lessons for a year, but then I kind of just started teaching myself. So I feel like I do tend to play guitar more and I write my songs more so on the guitar. But I love piano as well. I mean, I love both. And I want to learn some more instruments, maybe like the drums. I feel like that would be pretty cool. So, yeah.
And then in the upcoming music, you can kind of like play all the instruments and
Exactly
do it
that.
yourself. There are a couple of covers that did really well
Mhm.
on TikTok, including your Drop Dead by Olivia Rodrigo. Was it a surprise and very cool to kind of see all the positive comments and responses?
For sure. I mean, I had never like had a video blow up like that, so it was really cool, especially since Olivia Rodrigo is like one of my favorite singers, so I was super happy that it was like one of her songs and yeah, I mean everyone was just so nice in the comments and they're saying how, I sound like her and you're so good and I feel like that's just it really helps as like someone who wants to be a singer to like kind of see that people actually do think that I'm good and I could have um I could be a singer one day. So
Well, you definitely are one, and it's always nice to, have a bit of like increased confidence in yourself because of that. You talked a bit about songwriting from personal experience. So when you think of, a new idea or maybe you're going through something, how do you record those thoughts that end up being like a finished song or a work in progress?
yeah, I mean, I definitely just my notes app is full of songs. I probably have over 400 just even if they're unfinished, just like thoughts or ideas. I have so many notes in my notes app. And then yeah, I just use my voice memos and I just kind of just start playing my guitar and seeing what comes to mind and that's honestly how I do it and it works. So, yeah.
Tell me about the original music that you're working towards. Like, are you kind of refining something? Are you still in the kind of writing process?
Yeah, honestly, for now, I've just been writing so many songs and just seeing what happens. I think I'll start posting some of my original songs soon as well, so hopefully that'll be good. And yeah, I mean, obviously, like if I get the chance, I want to start to produce some and start releasing music, hopefully eventually soon. But yeah, definitely just like writing so many songs and then seeing what happens. And I mean, I'm always getting better at writing songs and everything. So I feel like that's just, practice is good and practice makes perfect. So yeah.
Is your family or are your friends like a sounding board for you when you're writing music and you want to kind of test it out?
Yeah, I mean, I always send my friends all of my songs and kind of see what they think, or even just to get an idea for a song if I'm stumped, I always just ask them, like, give me a topic to write a song about, and they usually do. So yeah, I feel like for sure. And my family is super supportive about it as well. They always tell me to post the video or that I should start posting my own music and just yeah, they're very supportive about it. So.
Sometimes you just need that extra little push. And I wanted to talk about your family in your journey so far in film and music. Like, what have they meant to you? And do you remember maybe going to acting lessons or, dance lessons, for
Yeah.
example, when you were young and kind of the role they played in your life to get to where you are today?
Yeah, I mean, my parents have always been a big part of my life and super supportive of anything I've done. I mean, I've done so many different hobbies and everything, and they've always been there and let me go to them. So that's really cool. And then obviously, since my dad grew up in the film industry and, was involved in it, he just already knew about it. And so I think he was pretty excited that I was also kind of interested in something he was interested in. And then my mom, obviously, she's always with me on set everywhere. So she's super supportive and she's always doing my auditions with me. And yeah, I'm really thankful for their support and love with it and that they just, push me to do it and they're so supportive. So yeah.
And you have an older brother, I believe, as well. He's not in the industry, I'm guessing.
No, he's not. He's at school for international business, but he does actually help my dad on set some days. He goes to be a camera assistant or something for some money. So, yeah, he's still involved, but not as involved for sure.
A little bit of work doesn't hurt, but I'm sure he's supportive from afar
Oh
from
yeah,
what you're
definitely
doing.
supportive.
Well, I'm sure people will be having watch parties for every year after family and
Yeah.
friends, and we will get into the show now. And I will note to all those watching that we are discussing spoilers, so please make sure you have finished season one before continuing our interview. What can you share about your audition process for the show?
Yeah, I first got the audition in I think May of 2025 and then, I hadn't really heard anything for a while and then I finally got a call back and I felt really good about this show. I don't know how to explain it. I just like I had a feeling that I was gonna get it. It was yeah, I just did and then I had a call back, so I got to meet Amy, the showrunner, and I also got to meet Gillian because she was the director for the first episode and then just some producers and everything. And then that went really well. And then a couple of days later, I got to do a chemistry read, which is where I met Blue. And yeah, and then a couple of days later, I found out that I got it. I was so happy. I think I cried some happy tears. I was super excited. And I already started reading the book, and I was so excited. And then I got to go to Vancouver and meet everyone, and it was just a really cool experience.
Do you remember what your audition scenes were?
Yes, there was one. It was with Blue, or Sam, I guess, and it was like the friendship bracelets, and we talk about our friendship bracelets, and I like make it for him, and we're talking about the three things that happened while we were away. I think the second one was I don't remember the second. Oh, the second one was like just another kind of scene where we're eating pierogies and just a scene with Sam as well.
Is it the like the kitchen one with
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so nice to have like that gut feeling and be right about it. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
so glad that
Sure.
you got this part, and like you mentioned, even before maybe you were cast, you started reading Carly Fortune's
Yeah.
novels. So can you tell me about the research you did to prepare for playing young Percy Fraser and maybe some things that you might have pulled from the book to kind of help you get into character?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I love romance books, so I was super excited to read this book. And I honestly, I'd read the book. I kind of just, mental noted like everything about Percy from when she was younger. I also went on TikTok and I just watched so many videos and I saw how many fans there were already of the book. So I was super excited. I was excited to bring it to life and everything. And yeah, I think I saw that like, Percy's just a normal awkward teenage girl. I feel like Carly, the author, she does a really great job of keeping it very realistic. And so yeah, I honestly just kind of stuck with like just, a normal awkward teenage girl. I feel like I was very much like that when I was 13 and 14, just kind of weird, but also super nice and, a bit mature. So I kind of just took my own inspiration from myself and brought it out in Percy.
Like you mentioned, I mean, taking own inspiration because you are close in age to her. So I was thinking, drawing from those personal
Yeah,
experiences and those mindsets, figuring out who you are at that age. How
exactly.
would you like describe the Percy you played? Did you speak with your showrunner Amy as well to help you find who she is and even just like, you mentioned awkward, like the physical aspects
Yes,
of her
yeah.
too.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely just awkward, but still like super nice and a little stubborn, you know. But yeah, I mean, with Amy, we did talk about there was a little quirk that I would do. I would kind of play with the friendship bracelet when I was nervous. And so that was definitely something that I do a couple of times. And yeah, I feel like she's just learning about life and you know figuring out who she is and like insecure about Delilah. I definitely had some friends that were not the greatest when I was younger as well, so I could take inspiration from that as well. And yeah, I think just that was honestly, yeah, what we talked about. And yeah, Percy.
I like that you mentioned Delilah because there's always those little things like girl groups, things that matter then don't matter as much for you now, I'm sure, but you think back to those times and even the comfort, like the physical things with the
Mhm. Yeah.
friendship bracelets and what that helps her with. Percy and Sam, when she meets him, of course, they spend time together at the lake. They make their way through her horror movie collection, get to know each other and their lives. As a teenager developing romantic feelings, can you describe what Percy liked about Sam early on and what made him cool to her as a friend first?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, for sure. Like for the ages that I play, I feel like it's definitely more of like a platonic relationship. But I feel like honestly what she liked about him was he was just super sweet, obviously, and super open. I feel like, you know, he doesn't really like horror movies. He's scared of them, but he'll still watch them for her, and he's open to trying things for her and liking new things because she likes them. And I feel like that's obviously super a super sweet thing to do. And so, yeah, I feel like, and just spending every day together in the summer as well, that you get pretty close with a person if you're with them every day. And so, yeah, I feel like that's honestly what started it all and everything. So,
And the fact that, you mentioned he wants to do things with her and for her, and that's always such a like endearing quality to have.
yeah.
And getting close to someone because you're just in close proximity as well. And one of my favorite scenes was the truth or dare scene where Delilah dares Sam to kiss Percy. Can you take me through what Percy was thinking and feeling as Charlie almost kisses her? And what she felt when Sam chose not to.
Yeah, this was a super fun scene to film. I feel like she was honestly like, I mean, a little excited if Charlie was gonna kiss her because obviously he's this cute older guy and she's, you know, she hasn't had her first kiss yet, and so I feel like there's definitely a bit of excitement and nervousness as well. And then when Sam doesn't kiss her, though, I feel like, you know, it's definitely like some betrayal and hurt. And I feel like by then she's definitely started to develop some more feelings for him. And so, yeah, I feel like that's just a bad feeling to feel when you like someone and it seems like they don't like you back. And I feel like that's definitely how she was feeling, just very hurt and sad and betrayed, honestly. Yeah.
And with Charlie, it's kind of like, he gets so close and then he pulls away. And
Yeah.
you can see that she's feeling like a little embarrassed and
Yeah.
probably like unwanted, which is not a good feeling to have.
That's definitely not a good feeling as well.
How was it working opposite Blue Clark as young Sam and getting to build the start of their relationship together? And did you do any preparation before filming your scenes?
Yeah, I mean, Blue is super nice. He's a really talented actor. He, we honestly, we were on set every single day together because we would have the same scenes all the time. So, we would just hang out on set all day. And then even just off set, I feel like a lot of the preparation was honestly just getting to know each other off set and forming a kind of bond, just us two. And you know, we would bond over music in real life, and he would play his guitar. He brought his guitar and I would kind of sing along to it. So that was really cool to get to do. And yeah, I feel like that honestly just getting closer made us more comfortable in the scenes and we could just be ourselves and it was like we were actually just friends. And so yeah, I honestly think that was kind of the best preparation that we did. And yeah, he's just a super nice guy. He's from Louisiana, so he always calls everyone ma'am and sir, which is pretty funny. That was always kind of a joke on set. We would always make fun of him for it, but he's so nice, so.
That was actually going to be my question about like if you had any jam sessions because I know that
Oh
he's
yeah.
also a musician. So to create that bond over music is so sweet and it's just I love that the sir and ma'am just because it's
Yeah,
something that's very not like very much in Canada. You probably don't hear it too often.
exactly, yeah. Oh yeah. It was so funny. He was always calling everyone ma'am and sir and yeah, he's so funny. He's so nice. So
Such a polite person, and I'll be
yeah.
speaking with him, I think, later today.
Mhm.
So it'll be nice to connect. And also, I'm sure he'll be singing your praises and the connection that you kind of developed on set. You shared some nice scenes with Alicia Cuthbert as well, who plays Sue Florek, and it was nice to establish Percy and Sue's bond early on. So, how was it to work opposite Alicia and develop that connection?
Yeah, Alicia's super nice, like super nice. She was always so supportive and, telling me just that I did a good job and everything. And so that's really nice to hear from someone who's been in the industry for so long. And we definitely had some more emotional scenes together. So it was really nice to get to do them with her just because she was such a good actor to act with and she was just so nice and kind to me the whole time and yeah, I love her and yeah.
The period scene in particular was so strong. How did you prepare for an emotional scene like that one?
Yeah, honestly, for any like emotional or crying scene, I usually watch like sad dog videos or listen to sad music. It gets me pretty quick. So, yeah, and then I also just take time to myself and kind of just, focus and get into my feels. And for that scene specifically, I remember there weren't a lot of people like in the room that we were filming it. So it was pretty just private and secluded. And like Alicia, she was so nice. She would tell me, take your time and you're doing so well. And then Jeff was the director for that scene and he is so nice as well. And he would always say, like, just tell me when to say action. I'll give you time to kind of get the tears up and get emotional. And so yeah, everyone was just super, super kind on set and just allowed me to kind of get into my headspace and gave me space. So that was really nice.
What are some of those sad songs or maybe artists that you listen to get you in the feels?
Honestly, like Phoebe Bridgers, that usually gets me pretty sad. I have like a playlist of just all my sad music. Taylor Swift, she has some pretty sad ones out there as well. And yeah, just any sad song that has something about it that's sad will get me. So pretty easy crier.
Those are all real tears, no fake tears at all.
Yes.
And I feel like, I mean, you did such a phenomenal job in that scene in particular. You could really sense like the fear and uncertainty that Percy felt at that age. Which was your personal favorite scene to film and why?
Well, I think definitely the Truth or Dare scene. I feel like that was a super one to film. It was one of the only scenes with like all four of the like kids. So that was really fun to film and the set was so cool. And just getting to play around with the different feelings that she feels when he's about to kiss her and then Sam doesn't kiss her, So I feel like that was really fun. And then also just any of the scenes that we got to do in the water. There wasn't a lot of like lines for those scenes, but we just got to kind of run and jump into the water, and that was a super fun thing to do, especially on a hot day. Since there were many hot days, I feel like it was so refreshing and nice to just get to jump in the water and have fun in the water and play, and yeah,
You're thinking, wow, could acting always be this easy? Like, I don't have any lines. I just get
yeah,
to enjoy the water, enjoy the lake.
fun. Yeah, it didn't even feel like work. It was just getting to play in the lake.
You mentioned the Truth or Dare scene opposite Hazel and Carson, and you also had a couple scenes with your on-screen parents and Robin and Fred. So how are these actors to meet and work with, play off of?
Yeah, I mean, Hazel, she's literally Delilah. Like she is so bubbly and fun and so nice. And so it was really fun to get to play off of her just because she gets to act like this big sassy kind of personality. And then I'm more of the awkward, shy kind of girl. So it was super fun to get to play around with and she's super nice in real life as well. So we got to kind of hang out on set a lot. And then Carson as well, he was so kind. I remember just offset at our hotel, he was staying at the same one, and him and my parents and I, we all kind of were talking just about life and about, how he's been in the industry for so long and kind of talking about his experiences. And so that was really cool. And yeah, Robin, who plays my mom, I still keep in touch with her. She's so nice. She actually lives in New York, some of the times, and then Vancouver. So she gave me a lot of places to visit here, which was really nice of her. And she was so kind all the time. She was always supportive as well. And then, yeah, my dad, he actually had worked on this show Corner Gas with my dad like 20 years prior. So it was actually a really funny coincidence because they like knew each other. But yeah, it was a really cool experience. But he was always making jokes and he was so funny. And he'd always kind of throw in like a little improv joke at the end of a scene. So it was pretty fun to play with him as well.
That's fantastic. And I know that Quarter Gas was before your time, but it was a
Yeah.
Canadian institution. It's a
Oh yeah.
fantastic show. So yeah, he's definitely like an icon from Corner Gas. And hopefully you'll get to see all of them or some of them on Monday as well. Get to
You know, some
reunite.
of them are here, so I definitely hope so.
And you mentioned Sadie before, so I'm guessing I know the answer, but did you
Yeah.
get to meet her who plays older Percy? And if so, what was that meeting and interaction like? Did you see any similarities between you two?
Yeah, I got to meet almost all of the cast on the first day because we did like a script table read. So that was really cool. Sadie is so nice. Honestly, she was very inspiring to me because she was always so kind of just locked in on being able to bring Percy to life. And, she had her notes and she had all of her book bookmarked. And so it was really inspiring to see for me, and just kind of how I want to be with my movies and future projects and just super hyper focused. But yeah, she was super nice as well and super kind. And I definitely did see a lot of similarities, even just looks wise. I mean, I did dye my hair for the show, so my hair is back to brown now. But when I had red hair, I could definitely see how similar we just looked even. And a lot of my friends and family and people on set say that we look pretty alike. And just even how we act, we're both not introverted, but just kind of keep to ourselves and then we get more comfortable as we get to know people. I feel like she was very much like that as well. And so yeah, I feel like it was definitely weird. It was like looking in a mirror almost. So she's yeah, the best.
I thought it was such an excellent casting between the two of you, and I know she's left comments on some of your videos on Instagram as well about your voice. So it's so nice to have that support too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, she's so nice. We still keep in touch. So yeah, I'm super excited to see her.
And you mentioned the older cast who you got to meet on that first day as well. So that's like Matt, Michael, Aurora, Joseph, and Abigail. So such talented people who have been in the industry for a number of years. Did you get to
Oh
kind of
yeah.
like pick their brains at all?
Yeah, yeah. Well, Matt and Michael, I would say I probably hung out with the most out of the older cast. Matt always had card games on set, so that was kind of our thing. It became me and Matt and Michael's thing, and we got other people to join in as well. And so that was one of the highlights of being on set was just playing card games with them, and they were so nice to me, just letting me be a part of that. And yeah, like Matt, he's been on Disney since he was really young. So I remember one time we were just talking about our very first kind of projects. He was showing us the commercial he had been in, and it was super funny. And yeah, they were both just super, super nice and telling me about their experiences and always supportive and complimenting me on my acting and everything, which is super nice to hear. And yeah, they were just super, super cool guys. And yeah, for Joseph and Aurora and Abby, I didn't get to be on set with them as much since we kind of had opposite days. But when I did get to see them, they were also just super nice people and super cool. And Joseph's really funny, so I'm really excited to see kind of their scenes in the show and see how it all turned out. And yeah, they were all I'm super grateful for the whole cast and crew. Everyone was super nice on set. So
And it's nice to feel included. Sometimes it can be like secluded because you don't sh really share any scenes with
yeah.
them, but getting
Yeah.
to kind of be on set together and feel like the cast is still one. You filmed in BC on Bowen Island. How was your time in Barry's Bay and on set on the lake?
Yeah, Bone Island, I had never heard of it, and so it was really cool to get to go and see it. It's the cutest little town, and I hope that people start visiting it after this show is out and kind of being like, oh, this is where they filmed Ever After. And so yeah, it was the cutest little place, and I loved the scenes that we did there. And then we also filmed at Manatee Bay, which is a bit before Squamish. And that was kind of where we filmed a lot of the water scenes in the ocean. And so that place was also super nice, the beach and everything, and the weather. I mean, obviously BC is beautiful, so it was really cool to kind of just get to film in my home. And yeah, it was really nice for everyone else to kind of experience BC. And yeah.
As I mentioned before the interview, you're not new to lake life living in the Okanagan, but it is nice to explore different places in
Yeah, for
BC that you've never been to. And I know the book is set in Ontario, but I think in the show it did say like British Columbia. So a little
yeah,
shout out to your
the
home province as well. You also spent some time in Percy's room at the lake house, which you did decorate in character. So was it nice to see all the little details that went into her room? And you mentioned before the sets in general.
Yeah. Yeah, it was super cool. I mean, the set deck and everyone who designed everything was they were just so there were so many details and it was super cool. I mean, they had, horror movie posters and like pictures of her friends. We did a little photo shoot with some girls to be my friends and yeah, there was just so many little details that I think it was perfect. I think it really reflects how her room would be like in the book, and so I think it was really cool. And yeah, just every single set was super cool. I really loved the tavern set. I never got to have a scene in it, but I got to see it, and it was really cool. It was exactly what I would imagine it to look like. So yeah, all the sets were so so good.
You had the creature from the Black Lagoon poster and like some typewriter
Yeah.
pictures. So that was really like nice little touches and details to add in there. You mentioned Gillian and Jeff, your wonderful directors. So did you enjoy working with them and their visions for the episodes?
Yeah, of course. Gillian was the first director that I got to work with, and she was super cool, super inspiring. She was always getting different versions of the scenes and, giving me notes on how to do a version differently. And I always appreciate notes and kind of getting to do it differently just because I feel like that's, obviously a good thing to do. And yeah, I feel like she was super always had ideas for like different ways to do the scene, and so I thought that that was really cool. And she was super nice. Everyone on set really enjoyed her, so that was really cool. And then Jeff was the second director, and he was also just the kindest person. He also always gave me notes, and he was super nice. And he was so funny. He was always making jokes on set, so I know the crew, everyone just loved him as well. And he was always just a big ray of sunshine. And even with the more emotional scenes, he was so supportive with it as well. So I felt super comfortable doing those scenes, and he was just super nice.
It's always fantastic to come on a set and then feel like you're part of it, and especially as a young actor as well, still getting their foot, in the door in the industry and feeling comfortable with your directors and the crew. There are already so many fans of the series, you know this from scouring
Yeah.
TikTok, but what are you excited for fans to see, and what is your message to them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for them to just see the book come to life and Sam and Percy. And, um, I think that there's definitely a lot of similarities to the book. They definitely kept quite a few scenes true to the book. And so I'm excited for them to kind of see that and remember it from the book and be excited about that. And my message, honestly, just, yeah, I hope that everyone loves it as much as everyone who worked on it loved working on it and making it. And yeah, I hope that it's, everything that they want and that it stays true to the book enough that it kind of is, just yeah, and everyone's coming home to Barry's Bay, so yeah, I'm super excited for everyone to see it.
And you'll hopefully get to meet some of the fans in person at the world
Mm,
premiere and get
yeah.
to, have those interactions. And I don't know how many episodes are being
Mhm.
screened on Monday. Is it like,
I think it's just the first one. Yeah. So, but that'll be cool. Yeah, because I think I'm definitely in a lot of the first one, so that'll be kind of cool to see
yeah, I
myself.
was gonna say like the first two
Mhm.
episodes is like when you're
Yeah.
featured prominently. So it'll be
Yes.
nice to see yourself kind of on that screen and get to
Oh yeah.
celebrate with everyone. Has it been hard for you kind of keeping it like a bit secret from, I'm sure like friends and family knew you were filming a project, but now you're finally going to be able to show them what you've been working on.
Well, and even just every time like Matt and Sadie or any of the cast would post about it, I wanted to post about it so bad and just get to share that I got to be a part of it as well. And so once I was in the trailer, I hopped on board and I started posting it. And I know so many people, even just from school, were replying and being like, "Oh my God, like I loved that book. That's so cool." And yeah, it was just really cool. Finally getting to like tell everyone how big of a project it was and how exciting it is. And so, yeah, I think everyone thought that it was super cool. So,
Yeah, I'm sure everyone is just so happy for you, and you'll be hearing a lot from them as the show premieres. I know that you would also love to be in a horror movie one day, which is very Percy Fraser coded.
oh
What are
yeah.
your favorite movies and scream queens or final girls from this genre?
Okay, well, I would originally say that my favorite horror movie is Hereditary. I love that movie. My favorite horror movies are any movie that can scare me to death. I love being scared. If it doesn't scare me, I don't like it. So yeah, Hereditary was definitely my go-to answer for the longest time. And then a couple of weeks ago, I went to see Obsession, and I was super scared. And that was honestly, that's one of my top ones now. I thought that it was really well made, and so I feel like it would be cool to be maybe in one of Curry Baker's movies, who's the director. And so yeah, I feel like that would be really cool. And Final Girls. I mean, Nikki from Obsession. I don't know if you've seen it, but it might be a spoiler. But yeah, I love her, and I love Ready or Not. I know that that's not like a horror movie tech necessarily. It's more like a thriller. But I think the movie Ready or Not, the main girl Grace, I feel like she's a really cool final girl as well. So yeah,
I'm not going to ask you to do it. I know you said before that you have a blood curdling scream, but you are in a hotel and you don't have the
yeah.
best voice right now. So you will not be demonstrating, but I hope you get to act in that genre in the
Thank you.
future. It's clear you have like a passion for it. Are you a fan of any of like the classics, things like Halloween, movies like those?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Scream, I love Scream and Halloween. I mean, yeah, I feel like I definitely need to watch even more. I've more so just kind of been going to the theaters recently and going to all the new horror movies. So I definitely want to get more into the more of the classics like Percy likes. So yeah.
I mean, the theater is the best place to watch movies. Like,
It
you
is.
don't get the
Yeah.
same as when it's like at home, although there's so many options for that as well
Yeah.
nowadays.
I know. I think I go to the theater every week, genuinely. So, yeah.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a bunch more coming out this year as
Mhm.
well. You're a BC girl. For those visiting Kelowna and the Okanagan this summer, what are some of your favorite spots or recommendations?
Yeah, I mean, obviously just the beach, any beach will do. Just being in the lake, it's so nice and refreshing. And then we also have so many wineries in Kelowna. I mean, I don't really have a specific recommendation since I don't go to them, but I know that those are a pretty big part of Kelowna as well. And yeah, I mean, specific places. There's this one pizza place that just opened up last year, and it's called Blessed. It's like pizzas and dirty sodas, and it's right on the beach. So me and my friends go like every day at lunch. We just drive there. It's really close to my school, so we just go there and go to the beach and have a little lunch there. So yeah, I feel like there's so many places that even I haven't been to, and so I feel like Kelowna is definitely a place that you just kind of can discover new little places while you're there and just see what happens.
I'm sure it'll be a really nice summer for you. Hopefully get to like explore around a bit more. And yeah, now that you can celebrate graduation, of
Yeah.
course. And it kind of segues into my final question for you. If you could be any ice cream flavor, which would you be and why?
Okay. So my answer for this would be it is my favorite ice cream flavor, but there's more to it. So my favorite ice cream flavor is chocolate peanut butter ice cream, but specifically Haagen-Dazs version. And I probably eat it like every week as well. Like I love it. But I would also say that it kind of represents me because it has like chunks of peanut butter in it, so kind of like little surprises. And I feel like that's kind of how I am. I'm pretty, just normal person, and then once you get to know me more, you get to know, little surprises and quirks about me, and so yeah, I feel like that actually represents me pretty well, and it's my favorite, so works out perfectly.
Have a little bit of like layers going
Mhm.
on there,
Yeah.
which I love. Thank you so much for explaining that. Julia, it's been so nice to get to chat with you about your work in the show and what you've been up to. I'm so thrilled for you. So congratulations on every year after.
Thank you. It was super fun talking to you. This was my first interview, so this was a really cool experience, and yeah, really enjoyed it.
I'm so honored. I hope we get to catch up in the future. But until then, for all those watching, make sure to catch Juliette as young Percy Fraser in Every Year After. Season one is out on Amazon Prime Video. Stay tuned for Lumi as well, and we will see you next time.